There's something quietly captivating about a coin that seems, at first glance, so ordinary. Picture a piece of metal minted with care over 3 decades ago, a coin many might pass by without a second thought, yet for those in the know, it holds an entire story etched into its very design. Today's feature begins with the 1989 U.S. 1 penny, a coin whose humble exterior belies a fascinating narrative of minting innovation, subtle missteps, and a legacy that has grown in stature over the years. The 1989 penny emerged at a time when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with new production techniques and quality control processes that would eventually refine the art of coin making. In an era where every detail mattered, the 1989 issue became a sort of turning point, a coin that, while produced in vast quantities, occasionally revealed errors that only a meticulous eye could detect. These variants, whether the result of a slight misalignment in the die or a barely perceptible doubling of the date, have intrigued collectors for decades. While most pennies from that year look textbook perfect, it is those few examples that slipped through the cracks which have captured the imagination of numismatists and seasoned collectors alike. Delving into its history, one quickly learns that the story of the 1989 penny is interwoven with a broader narrative of American heritage. The obverse of the coin proudly displays the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of unity and resilience, while the reverse, still adorned with the Lincoln Memorial, harks back to the era when the memorial itself was a centerpiece of American iconography. In 1989, the Mint was not only producing coins for everyday transactions but also laying down the blueprint for collectible variations that would later fetch premium prices. It wasn't long before some specimens were discovered to bear minute errors, variations that, while imperceptible to the untrained, signaled rarity and potential investment value for those with a keen interest in numismatics. Collectors have always been drawn to the thrill of uncovering something that stands out from the norm, and the 1989 penny is a prime example. A coin enthusiast might describe the experience of spotting an error as akin to finding a hidden gem in an old family jewelry box. You might notice a slight misstrike on the lettering or a subtle doubling in the die work, hints that the coin deviated from the standard template during production. These characteristics, while minute, are the very features that elevate a common issue into the realm of coveted collectibles. Experienced collectors know that even a small anomaly can turn a coin into a valuable piece of history, worthy of careful preservation and enthusiastic discussion at auctions and coin shows. When discussing key identifying features, it's important to note that the 1989 penny carries the unmistakable details of the Lincoln Cent series, yet with its own unique quirks. Look closely at the date and the finely detailed rendering of Lincoln's face. A slight shift in alignment or an unusual impression on the reverse can signal that you're holding a coin that deviated from the mass-produced standard. The reeded edge, which many might consider just another design element, in these rare instances becomes a silent witness to the coin's unexpected journey from the mint to a collector's case. It's these subtle deviations that experts use to differentiate a run-of-the-mill penny from a potential treasure. The market for these error coins has seen some remarkable activity over the years. Auction records indicate that a pristine example of a 1989 error penny, particularly one in near-mint condition, has fetched anywhere between several hundred to over $1,000 at auction. While the average circulated penny remains of nominal value, those select specimens that display error traits in exceptional condition have become highly sought-after items. Collectors are often willing to pay a premium for a coin that not only offers a tangible connection to a pivotal era in minting history but also represents a unique twist of fate in its production. The excitement around these coins is palpable at auction events, where bidders with decades of experience and an unerring eye for detail engage in spirited competition to secure these rare finds. One of the most charming aspects of the 1989 penny is the array of stories that surround it. There's the tale of a seasoned collector who stumbled upon a near-perfect error coin tucked away in an old change jar, a discovery that turned an otherwise ordinary day into a memorable milestone. Another story tells of a collector who, after years of persistent searching, finally identified a subtle doubling on the date that confirmed his long-held suspicions about a rare minting mishap. These anecdotes, shared over cups of coffee at local coin clubs or during animated conversations at specialty shows, add a personal touch to the coin's history. They remind us that every coin carries with it not just metal and ink, but memories, aspirations, and the shared passion of a community united by the thrill of discovery. It's also fascinating to consider how the condition of a coin can dramatically influence its value. A 1989 penny that has remained in mint state, preserved in its original protective capsule or carefully stored away from the ravages of time, can command a significantly higher price than one that has seen extensive circulation. The luster, the crispness of the strike, and the absence of wear all contribute to a coin's desirability among collectors. In contrast, a coin that has been handled, spent, or even simply exposed to the elements may still be prized for its error characteristics, but its value is invariably tempered by the signs of everyday use. This condition-based value variation underscores a key tenet of coin collecting. While rarity and error are important, the story a coin tells is equally tied to how well it has been cared for over the years. The interplay between error, rarity, and condition creates an intriguing dynamic in the collectible coin market. For some collectors, the quest is not just about finding a rare error, but also about preserving a piece of history in its best possible state. It's a delicate balance between the coin's inherent rarity and the love and care it receives over time. The 1989 penny, with its modest beginnings and unexpected deviations, embodies this balance perfectly. Its journey from a mass-produced item to a cherished collectible is a testament to the fact that sometimes imperfections can add depth and character, a reminder that even in a world obsessed with perfection, the unique and the rare often hold the most value. Over time, the reputation of the 1989 penny has grown beyond its status as a simple piece of currency. It has become a symbol of the unexpected surprises that lie hidden within our everyday objects. For those who have dedicated years to studying coinage, every glance at a well-preserved specimen is a journey back in time, a moment to appreciate the intricate details that might otherwise be overlooked. Whether it's the subtle misalignment that whispers of a production anomaly or the crisp lines of a coin kept in mint condition, the 1989 penny has managed to capture the attention of collectors who value both its historical context and its unique deviations. In every conversation about rare coins, the 1989 penny earns its place as a conversation starter, a reminder of how even the most familiar objects can surprise us when we take the time to truly examine them. There's a palpable sense of excitement in the way collectors talk about their discoveries, and the 1989 penny is a shining example of why this hobby continues to thrive. It's a coin that challenges conventional notions of value, urging enthusiasts to look beyond the surface and appreciate the subtle artistry and unforeseen errors that make it one of the more intriguing finds in modern numismatics. With every bid at auction and every new addition to a private collection, the legacy of the 1989 U.S. 1 penny grows stronger, an enduring testament to the idea that even the smallest items can hold the grandest stories. Transitioning seamlessly from the unexpected charm of the 1989 issue, the 1993 U.S. 1 penny carries a distinct narrative of its own, a story steeped in subtle innovation and the quiet evolution of minting techniques that many collectors have come to admire. The 1993 penny emerged during a time when the mint was refining its processes further, creating coins that would soon capture attention not merely for their face value, but for the rare traits and minute details that set them apart. While at first glance it might seem like another routine piece of everyday currency, those with an eye for detail quickly learn that there's an entirely different story behind this coin. In the early 1990s, as the United States navigated a period of economic and cultural change, the mint continued to produce coins that reflected both tradition and the demands of modern production. The 1993 penny was crafted with a care that underscored the importance of consistency in mass production, yet it was during this period that even the slightest deviation in the manufacturing process began to attract serious attention from seasoned collectors. Variations in the strike quality, slight shifts in die alignment, and even the rare instances of unusual planchet composition have all contributed to a legacy that makes the 1993 penny a treasure trove of subtle surprises. At the heart of the coin's appeal lies its familiar yet refined design. The obverse still features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, symbolizing integrity and continuity, while the reverse, retaining the iconic Lincoln Memorial, serves as a nod to the nation's storied past. However, the 1993 penny distinguishes itself through the introduction of refined minting techniques that allowed for a crisper, more detailed impression. In some cases, this led to what collectors now refer to as enhanced details errors, coins that, because of an overzealous strike or a minor misalignment, display sharper lines or an unexpected play of light across the surface. Such deviations, though subtle, have given rise to a small but dedicated following within the collecting community. For those well-versed in numismatics, the significance of the 1993 penny goes beyond its physical appearance. It represents a turning point in the evolution of U.S. coin production, an era when the balance between efficiency and artistry was being recalibrated. The coin's history is not just a chronological account of production dates, it is an evolving narrative of how even slight imperfections can become hallmarks of rarity and desirability. The production process for these pennies was subject to continuous refinement, and even minute variations in pressure or alignment could yield a coin that stood out from the mass-produced norm. For collectors, these coins are more than simple currency, they are historical documents that encapsulate the intricacies of industrial craftsmanship and the unpredictable nature of mechanical production. The visual subtleties of the 1993 penny make it a fascinating specimen for experts to analyze. A careful examination might reveal an unexpectedly deep relief on Lincoln's visage or a reverse where the columns of the memorial seem to echo with a slightly different intensity. Some examples even show a delicate doubling of the inscription or a minor off-center strike that, while hardly noticeable at first glance, can be a telltale sign of an error variant. Such characteristics are not merely accidental, they serve as signatures of a coin that has journeyed through the fine line between perfection and human error, a journey that has made these pennies particularly valuable among experienced collectors. Market trends for the 1993 penny have evolved in tandem with its growing reputation. Auction houses and private sales have recorded impressive figures for specimens that exhibit these rare traits. Coins in pristine, mint state condition, those that have been carefully stored and preserved since their production, often command premium prices that far exceed their face value. In competitive auction environments, it's not uncommon to see bids climb into the several $100 range for a coin that exhibits a subtle, yet significant, error. Even among circulated coins, where signs of wear are present, those with identifiable error traits continue to attract discerning buyers who appreciate the blend of historical authenticity and technical nuance. What truly makes the 1993 penny a subject of fascination is the array of personal stories and anecdotes that have accumulated over the years. There's the memorable account of a collector who, while sifting through a drawer of loose change, discovered a specimen that boasted an unusually crisp detail along the rim, a find that not only boosted his collection's prestige but also reaffirmed his belief in the unpredictable magic of coin collecting. Another collector recalled a chance encounter at a local coin show where a vendor proudly showcased a 1993 penny with an almost imperceptible misstrike that, upon closer inspection, turned out to be a variant of extraordinary appeal. These stories are more than mere curiosities, they encapsulate the excitement and personal fulfillment that come from uncovering a coin that defies ordinary expectations. Beyond its story and visual appeal, the 1993 penny also demonstrates how condition plays a pivotal role in determining value. A coin that has been meticulously maintained in a protective case, preserving every crisp line and minute detail, is a stark contrast to one that has weathered decades of circulation. Mint state coins, those that have never left their original packaging, are especially prized for their flawless condition, and even a slight imperfection can make a significant difference in market value. In contrast, coins that have been handled extensively or show the marks of daily use might still hold historical or era-related interest, but they tend to fetch lower prices. This dynamic reinforces a fundamental principle in coin collecting: the interplay between rarity and condition is what ultimately determines a coin's worth. For many collectors, the thrill of the hunt is not merely about acquiring a rare piece, but about preserving a slice of history in its most authentic form. The 1993 penny, with its subtle yet defining errors, offers that precise opportunity. It invites collectors to not only appreciate the historical significance of the piece but also to engage with it on a technical level, a deep dive into the minutiae of minting processes that, when observed carefully, reveal the human touch behind what might otherwise be seen as mass production. Each coin tells a story of its own, where even the smallest detail can transform a routine minting process into a remarkable historical event. In some ways, the allure of the 1993 penny is reflective of a broader appreciation for imperfections in an era that often prioritizes uniformity. It's a celebration of the unexpected, a recognition that in the world of coin collecting, perfection is not always the ultimate goal. Instead, the true value lies in the serendipity of a minor flaw that makes a coin uniquely its own. For collectors who have dedicated years to their craft, this nuance is a source of ongoing inspiration. The 1993 penny stands as a reminder that beauty can be found in the quirks of production, in the slight variations that give each coin a story worth telling. In the end, the 1993 U.S. 1 penny is much more than a coin. It's a dynamic artifact that encapsulates the complexities of modern minting, the subtle art of error, and the enduring passion of collectors. Its nuanced details, historical significance, and the thrilling prospect of uncovering a rare variant make it a true gem in the world of numismatics. Whether you're an experienced collector with decades of expertise or someone who appreciates the quiet allure of a finely minted coin, the story of the 1993 penny resonates on multiple levels. It challenges our perceptions of value and reminds us that history, with all its imperfections, can be both beautiful and incredibly rewarding.